dailynews.com. I'm Seth Lawrence with this expanded local newscast. Streaming to Facebook and YouTube, it's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Clinton Elementary School is in search of a principal and assistant principal after the Tuesday afternoon Clinton Board of Education meeting. CES staff found out late Tuesday that Mrs. Sasha Young has accepted the superintendent's job at Central A&M. Clinton School Superintendent Kurt Nettles found out last night the Central A&M Board of Education approved her hiring.
It's with mixed emotions that I say Sasha will be leaving us. Sasha will be the new superintendent at Central A&M starting July 1st. We talked to her staff. They made it official last night there. She told her staff right after school today. Drew and I were over there. So we talked with them about the process going forward.
According to Nettles, when you work hard to make administrators better and grow, the downside is that administrators may leave. He says Central A&M was very impressed with Mrs. Young.
And one thing that I said is that I've always worked with people, the administrators, to help them to grow and get better. But the thing you have to realize is when you do that, they might leave. They might leave you. So I just appreciate the effort Sasha's always put in here, the growth that she's made. And because of that growth, there's a school board down there that really wants. I know for a fact that they got applications, and when they looked at the applications, they talked to only 2 of them. And after they talked to both of them, they didn't want to talk to the other person again. They just wanted to talk to Sasha. And Sasha's made a little bit of a network for herself the last year or 2 as well. So the outgoing superintendent spoke very highly of her.
The school board approved also the resignation of Clinton Elementary School assistant principal Ben Mooney Tuesday night. Nettles recommended letting the applications for his position come in and let them sit while they seek out a principal first.
Ben's position's been posted, so we're Drew and I talked about this, and I think the best thing to do is just let the applications for his position roll in and sit there for a little bit. I think we need to get the principal first so that person can have involvement in what's going on. So I've let also Kara Jensen know what's going on and have asked her to think about possibilities. Other than just posting this statewide and waiting for applications to roll in, I think we're going to go out seeking and looking and headhunting a little bit. So Kara's got good connections.
So you possibly some of the candidates for her position might be candidates for this, or
I
not?
I think probably maybe 1 or 2. And I don't know, we've got some applicants for Ben's position that may want to switch their application to that position. I think we'll get quite a few, but we want to grab the best leader out of that pack we can.
Also at the Tuesday afternoon Board of Education meeting, the Clinton board approved the retirement of John Hickman as science teacher and baseball coach, as well as Diana King as Clinton Junior High School special education teacher. The board approved John Reynolds as the high school golf coach, Tori Moreland as the department head for math and science, and Jared Whistler as the department head for physical education and health, all effective starting for the school year 23-24. Clinton residents who converge on the downtown area of Washington Street will notice parts of the area closed down as the May Days Carnival sets up shop. Tuesday night at the Clinton City Council meeting, Commissioner of Streets Ken Buchanan told the council the annual carnival is getting set up and that area will be closed until the carnival closes on Sunday.
Well, as everybody knows, we're getting ready for May Days. So there's going to be some street closings starting Thursday night. The square, we're going to shut off half of it, the north side of it, because they've got, let's see what is it's going on. They've got flag ceremony and everything going on up there. Also, they've got, let's see here, competition.
Talent show.
Talent show, right? Mm-hmm. So we're going to cut half the square off. It's going to close at 5, we'll back up at 10 o'clock. And of course, Friday afternoon, the square will be closed at 3. Friday afternoon till Sunday evening. And today we closed down the 100 block of North Center and the 100 block of East Washington and the municipal parking lots there by Sorrento's and the small lot to buy Mill Valley. So those will be closed until Sunday evening.
That's the same as it's been in the past every year, right?
Yeah.
There's not
Haven't
any
changed anything.
changes, we haven't changed anything at all.
No, a few years back, we changed it because we used to have Washington Street here, left closed, and then out by Save a Lot, but we've opened that up so people can get to Sorrento's or the ice cream shop now, of course, but open that up a little bit, so we'll just restrict that.
Maydays runs Thursday through Sunday. Visit ClintonILChamber.com for more on all things Maydays in Clinton. It's been an active spring with severe weather and storms, and current outlooks say that trend will continue for the rest of the month. Ed Shimon, the warning coordinating meteorologist at the National Weather Service in Lincoln, notes severe weather began on January 3rd and continued with several bouts over the following months. He says May is traditionally the peak of the severe weather season in Illinois.
We pegged the meter with severe weather this year, starting January 3rd, with 8 or 9, I think 9 tornadoes in Illinois, and obviously March 31st, April 4th, 5th, even this month so far, we've had our bouts of severe weather. So just been a really active spring, and it doesn't look like that's going to slow down anytime soon, really. We've just got a really active jet stream pattern, and severe weather threat's going to be. May is the peak month for severe weather in central Illinois. Actually, I think the exact day is May 29th, is the highest day of reported severe weather in our history, going I think back to 1950 or so. But yeah, it's a busy month, and don't let your guard down.
Shimon indicates outlooks for the rest of the month are showing above normal temperatures and below normal precipitation. He notes warmer air can hold more water, so any cold fronts moving in can result in heavy rain and thunderstorms.
6 to 10 day, 8 to 14, and the 3 to 4 week outlook taking us through June 9th are kind of showing that above normal temperature outlook for us. So on the flip side, the precipitation side, it is showing below normal precipitation during all the way through June 9th too. So take that with a little bit of a grain of salt. We may not have a lot of days with storms, but the storms that do develop, will probably have potential of producing some kind of large hail or damaging winds.
The months of May and early June are prime for severe weather or storms. Get news anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com.
CEO Paul Scowen here from Warner Hospital and Health Services in Clinton. We're moving our annual community health fair to spring. It's happening Thursday, May 18th from 5 till 7 p.m. in the hospital parking lot. Over 50 vendors will help you in behavioral and home health, physical therapy, chiropractic, blood screenings, plus a petting zoo, a free meal, and raffle prizes. It's all free. Be a part of the Warner Hospital and Health Services Community Health Fair on its new date of May 18th from 5 till 7.
The Clinton Area Chamber of Commerce May Days Festival is May 18th through the 21st, and right now you can buy your ride coupon at discount prices. Executive Director Janice Peterson here, reminding you to save money by purchasing a discounted coupon that's redeemable at the ticket booths at May Days for an armband. Buy your discounted coupons by this Thursday at 3 p.m. at one of these locations: Clinton Chamber of Commerce, Kirby Foods IGA, Big D Food and Liquor, First National Bank and Trust Company, Heartland Bank and Trust, and DeWitt Savings. See you at Clinton's May Days, May 18th through the 21st.
Time now for a look at sports. I'm Seth Lawrence with this report. In a game heard here on WHOW, the Clinton Lady Maroons saw their softball season come to an end at the hands of Normal U High, 13-5 in Class 2A regional semifinal action at Bloomington Central Catholic High School Tuesday afternoon. The Lady Maroons got on the board first in the top of the second inning. Ashley Armstrong hit a sac fly that scored Kylie Isaac. The Pioneers would tie the game in the bottom half of the inning, but Clinton retook the lead 3-1 in the third inning on a 2-run double from Reese McCormick. Normal U High turned on their offense in the fourth inning, scoring 6 runs to go up 7-3, including a 3-run blast by Emmy Stewart. The Pioneers would add 6 more runs over their final 2 at-bats, and Clinton would get a lift in the fifth off a Heidi Humble solo home run and an RBI ground out by Olivia Haynes, but it wasn't enough to overcome the Lady Pioneers. McCormick was the serve pro of Piatt-DeWitt County Player of the Game. The senior went 2 for 4 with 2 doubles and 2 runs batted in for Clinton. Ashley Armstrong took the loss in circle for the Lady Maroons. The junior went 5 2/3 innings, allowing 10 runs on 17 hits. She struck out 2 and walked 2. Humble went 2 innings, went 2 for 3 with the home run, and Haynes finished 1 for 3 with an RBI. The Lady Maroons end their season 9-21 overall. Normal U High advances to Saturday morning's regional championship to face either BCC or Tri-Valley. Speaking of Tri-Valley, don't forget there's Clinton Maroons baseball action this afternoon right here on WHOW. The boys traveled to Downs for a Class 2A regional semifinal action taking on Tremont. First pitch is 4:30. And again, hear the action right here on WHOW and all our digital platforms. Emma Slayback struck out 15 in a complete game shutout, sending Hayworth to a 7-0 win over Blue Ridge and a regional championship Tuesday afternoon. In Hayworth, Slaybacks faced 2 batters over the minimum, allowing a hit and walking just 1 batter. Cassie Zimmerman had the lone base hit for the Lady Knights. For the Lady Hornets, Brooke Montegia went 2 for 4 with 6 RBIs, a double, and a run scored. Bailey Brooks was 4 for 4, and Emily Rogers was 2 for 4 with the other RBI for Hayworth. Slayback tripled, going 1 for 4 at the plate. The Lady Hornets get to 17-4 overall. They will take on the winner of today's Fisher Argenta Orienta matchup on Friday in regional championship play. Blue Ridge finishes its season 12-14 overall. Class 1A regional softball scores from Tuesday. From the Meridian Regional, it was Leroy over Arcola 2-1 and Tuscola top Meridian 4-3. Class 2A regional softball action from Buffalo, Olympia blanked North Mac 13-0 in 5 innings. From Fieldcrest, it was Tremont over El Paso Gridley 10-0. From Sullivan, Marshall got by Shelbyville 6-9, and St. Joe Ogden blanked Sullivan 9-0. Luis Robert Jr. homered for the 4th straight game. Gavin Sheets and Jake Berger went deep off Shane Bieber in Chicago's 6-run 5th inning as the White Sox beat the Guardians 8-3 Tuesday night. Lance Lynn allowed 3 runs. 1 was earned on 7 hits in 7 innings. He struck out 7 and walked none. Robert's solo shot deep to left in the 8th was his AL leading 12th of the season. He became the first White Sox player to homer in 4 consecutive games since Matt Davidson in 2017. In 14 games in May, Robert is hitting .408 with 7 homers and 15 RBIs. Sheets' 3-run shot and Berger's 2-run drive were among 6 straight hits by the White Sox with 2 outs in the 5th as Chicago jumped ahead 6-0. Bieber was charged with 6 runs. 5 were earned on 12 hits in 4 2/3 innings. Yohan Moncada and Andrew Vaughn each had 2 hits and an RBI for the Sox. Cleveland's Stephen Kwan drove in runs with a sac fly and a double. The Guardians were without all-star third baseman Jose Ramirez, who was placed on the bereavement list before the game. Terry Francona says Ramirez is not expected to rejoin the Guardians until they begin a 3-game series against the Mets on Friday. He's hitting .285 with 4 homers and 22 RBIs and traveled to the Dominican Republic following the death of his grandmother. Lynn retired the first 11 Cleveland batters before Josh Naylor singled to right with 2 outs in the 4th. Naylor, who took Ramirez's number 3 spot in the batting order, exited in the 6th inning with left leg tightness. Miles Straw led off the 8th against Lynn and reached on a throwing error by shortstop Tim Anderson. He scored on Kwan's double, which ended Lynn's night. Kenyon Middleton relieved and allowed 2 infield singles that plated the second unearned run charged to Lynn. Sox closer Liam Hendricks, who's recovering from stage 4 non-Hodgkin lymphoma, is expected to make another rehab appearance for AAA Charlotte Thursday, said manager Pedro Grafal. There's still no timetable for the 34-year-old Australian right-hander's return to the majors. Left-handed pitcher Garrett Crochet returned from his rehab assignment from Charlotte and optioned Nick Padilla, the 6'6 Crochet, who has not pitched in the majors since October of 2021, was expected to be available out of the bullpen. Outfielder and DH Eloy Jimenez, who's overcoming an appendectomy, ran in the outfield and ran the bases on Tuesday. The Guardians send right-hander Peyton Battenfield to the mound opposite Chicago right-hander Mike Clevenger tonight. Nolan Arenado went deep and for the Cardinals in a 3-2 loss to the Milwaukee Brewers Tuesday night as Joey Weimer and Brian Anderson went yard for the Brew Crew. Milwaukee starter Wade Miley came out with a left lat strain in the second inning after throwing 22 pitches. Miley pitched in just 9 games last season when he was with the Cubs and endured shoulder and elbow injuries. Cardinals starter Jordan Montgomery pitched into the 6th inning, allowing 3 runs on 8 hits with a walk and 7 strikeouts, but is 0-6 in 7 starts since winning at Milwaukee on April 8th. Joel Payamps, the 4th of 6 pitchers, got the victory with an inning and 2/3 of work. Devin Williams pitched the final inning and 2/3 for his 6th save. It was the longest save of his career. Arenado led off the second with a homer, hitting Miley's fastball into the left field seats. Arenado had not homered in 5 straight games since a career-best 6-game streak from September 1st through the 5th in 2015. He has 999 RBIs in 1,424 games and could join Hall of Famers Eddie Matthews and Chipper Jones as the only player since 1920 who were primarily third basemen to hit 300 homers with 1,000 RBIs before 1,500 career games. The Brewers went up 3-2 when Anderson led off the 6th with a homer. Milwaukee took a 1-0 lead in the first on an RBI ground rule double by Willie Adames to score Owen Miller. An RBI single by Brendan Donovan in the 4th gave St. Louis the 2-1 lead back, and the Brewers got the run back in the 5th on a 1-out solo homer by Weimer. Milwaukee then loaded the bases with 2 singles, 1 on an overturned call at first base and a walk, but Montgomery escaped the jam. Matthew Liberatore will be recalled from AAA Memphis to start against the Brewers Wednesday and make his season debut. He was 4-1 with a 3.13 ERA at Memphis. The Cardinals were scheduled to pitch Adam Wainwright. Corbin Burns has allowed 7 runs over his last 6 starts and is 3-2 with a 1.82 ERA in 9 career games, including 6 starts at Busch Stadium. Jordan Alvarez had 2 hits and drove in 2 runs. Chas McCormick added 2 hits to go along with a nifty grab in a 7-3 victory for the Astros over the Cubs on Tuesday night. There was a runner on first with 1 out in the 6th when McCormick robbed Dansby Swanson of a hit with a grab just in front of the wall in left center field. McCormick crashed into the wall after the catch and fell to the dirt, but managed to hold on to the baseball. Houston starter Christian Javier smiled broadly and raised both his arms in the air after tipping his cap after witnessing the catch. Justin Steele had not given up more than 3 runs in a game this season before the Astros jumped on him for 4 in the 4th to go up 5-1. The Astros had 4 of their season-high 6 doubles in that inning en route to their 3rd consecutive victory. Steele allowed 5 hits and 5 runs with 8 strikeouts in 6 innings. Alex Bregman was hit on the foot by a pitch to start the 4th before scoring on a double by Alvarez to put Houston up 2-1. Kyle Tucker followed with a double that scored Alvarez. There were 2 outs in the inning when an RBI double by Corey Joltz pushed the lead to 4-1. And the 4th double of the inning came next on a line drive by McCormick to make it 5-1. Javier allowed 2 hits and a run in 6 innings for his 2nd straight win. Chicago rookie Matt Mervis tied it at 1 with his first major league home run in the 2nd inning. Saya Suzuki added a 2-run shot with 2 outs in the 9th inning of the loss that extended Chicago's skid to 4 games. Cubs center fielder Cody Bellinger was out of the lineup a night after injuring his left knee, making an acrobatic catch in the 7th. Christopher Morel filled in center field and went 1 for 4. Mauricio Dubon led off with a ground rule double and advanced to 3rd on a fly out by Bregman. He put the Astros up 1-0 when he scored on a wild pitch by Steele. Right-hander Nick Birdie, whose contract was selected by AAA Iowa, should say from AAA Iowa Monday, made his first major league appearance since August 2020 when he came in for the Cubs in the 7th. Birdie, whose career has been plagued by injuries, walked Martin Maldonado with 1 out before a double by Dubon. A sac fly by Bregman scored Maldonado, and an RBI single by Alvarez left Houston up 7-1. Chicago's Drew Smiley goes against JP France when the series wraps up tonight. Get sports anytime from your computer or mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com.
At Love It Once More Thrift Store in Clinton, we have everything you need for a great summer, including swimwear. Shop with us to save on the things you need for summertime fun. This is Connie reminding you to check us out on Facebook or DeWittDailyNews.com.
This is Ryan Utterback. Do you know what Utterback Real Estate offers for free? Free hugs? No, free market analysis on your property so you know what it's worth.
I kind of like free hugs.
And that's why you're the other Ryan.
Get your free market analysis by clicking the Utterback Real Estate icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Clinton High School will present diplomas to their graduating seniors during their traditional graduation ceremony at the high school gym on Sunday, May 21st at 2 p.m. WHOW's many platforms, on air at 92.3 FM in DeWitt County and streamed at DeWittDailyNews.com, on the WHOW mobile app, and Amazon Alexa will broadcast this special event live. Tune in and listen as the names of this year's Clinton High School graduating seniors are read and their diplomas are given out. Brought to you by Warner Hospital and Health Services, located at 422 West White Street in Clinton. Compassionate care close to home. And ServPro of Piatt and DeWitt counties. Best of luck and good wishes to the 2023 graduates.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason. The latest round of White House debt ceiling talks with congressional leaders went well, according to President Biden. House Speaker McCarthy says Republicans have passed a sweeping debt ceiling package. Now he's waiting to see the other side's plan. And although it's a challenge, McCarthy is holding out hope for a deal by the end of the week. Later today, President Biden departs for the G7 summit in Japan. He is cutting his week-long trip short, though, in light of the ongoing debt ceiling impasse here at home. Jarrell Parker has won the Democratic primary for Philadelphia mayor. And in that heavily Democratic city, it pretty much guarantees her election as the city's first female chief executive. Democrats will maintain a narrow Pennsylvania House majority after winning a special election in the Philadelphia suburbs. Heather Boyd defeating